Now, well, my father owned a store. It was a radio and Victrola, which is an old word, phonograph. And he owned it with his five brothers, but they pulled out and left him with the store. And then, of course, he had to go bankrupt and lose the store. I think that was about 1935, sometime around there. My mother had to work at nights as a hat maker, and she had to take the trolley car. I don't know. You know what a trolley car is? Yeah, she had to take that about a half an hour to get to work and back again. And she was the only one that kept the family together because she supplied the money. And as I say, my father was a very, very proud individual, but he couldn't afford to raise the family. So my mother had to go to work. There's no question about that. Now, and he was a very conservative individual, so I naturally, being young, took his opinion. My father owned a store, and he worked, I'd say, 16, 17 hours a day at the store. And he paid taxes on whatever he earned, which wasn't a heck of a lot in those days. And he resented the fact that that money in taxes was going to people who didn't contribute. Some of which was not their fault, some of which was. It's hard to tell. But he just felt that what money he earned should go to his own family and not to other families. That's being selfish, but those were the days of survival. We didn't have social legislation like Social Security or unemployment insurance or anything like that. You were on your own, totally and completely. So naturally, he resented having to pay the taxes, and he resented the people that were being given money for not contributing. Today, if I look back at it in retrospect, I thank God that we had a lot of the New Deal, not all of it, but a lot of it, because Social Security payments are part of my livelihood today. Without Social Security, I would be very difficult to live. With the, that Social Security was supposed to be a basis for survival, but it wasn't supposed to be the whole thing. It wasn't supposed to pay everything. So you had investments or you worked in addition to Social Security. And as you know, I worked up until this year. Attitudes have changed significantly over, what, 50, 60, 70 years. It used to be years and years ago, during the Depression, that people who were on charity, and I use the word because that's what you looked at, you looked down on people who were on charity. My father never got a cent from anybody in terms of charity. He had to work or find money through their own efforts, mostly, of course, to my mother during the Depression. So, that was the attitude in those days. Today, we're a little more liberal in terms of people who don't have everything, and we don't mind helping them out so long as we're all right.